chicka bow, chicka bow. 897 B-shiz. What? 897 B-shiz. 897 B-shiz. All the motherfucking B-shiz. Papa Swolio getting fucking yoked. Oh, 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 oh. Tag your friends, tell your friends, Papa Swolio. Where the fuck is everyone? I ain't starting this shit. Let's go. We will wait. Tag your friends, share, hit the like button. Let's get this party started. Everyone, come on in. Let's do it. Waiting. We'll load all day. Come on, fuckers, you lazy bitches. Let's go. Ba 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 ba. 897 beesh. Yeah. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bow.
This with our bullshit.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testing, testicles, motherfucking ballsack, you bitches, what up, bitches? Welcome, everyone, to episode 897 of the Daily Motherfucking Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, slaycast, slutcast, motherfucking Saturday cast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Do I or do I not? Do I or doth I not have the best fucking intro in the fucking world? And if you don't like swearing and the kids are around, well, you better hide the fucking kids and you better get a fucking life, because I fucking like to fucking swear. And today is that kind of fucking day where I want to fucking say fuck as much as I fucking want to, and maybe as much as fucking possible. If you love it, if you like the uncensored swole, which it always will be, drop in the comments below. What's your favorite swear word? And yes, I am aware right now that the board is blank behind me. I completely forgot to write something on it, so you're going to have to deal with it if you're watching live. It's not really that much of a crime. You're not missing that much. It's just a couple words today. Yeah, I guess the thought of the day is on Instagram, because I've been posting. I posted a good video. I posted on Facebook too. Facebook and Instagram, a video about gratitude and appreciation. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you go follow me there. Go check it out on Instagram. Oh, I was holding that for a while. Oh God. I was holding that for a while. Definitely was not going to hold that for the entire podcast, but today is about taking action and about not waiting. So hesitation, waiting, thinking, pondering, all that shit. So I'm going to light a fire under your ass, and especially if you haven't worked out today, this is going to be the fucking episode for you. You're going to really like this one. So what's going on? Casey, Holly, Bear, what's going on? Brad, what's going on? Instagram, what's up, fam? Remember, if you are not yet subscribed to the podcast, go check it out. Subscribe on my website. You can go to swolenormousx.com. That's swolenormous, and then the letter X, swolenormousx.com, and click on podcast in the main menu, and you can see where I have the audio gains. So welcome to everyone that's new to the podcast. And yeah, just gonna chill today. Gonna drop some knowledge nukes. Gonna really lay it on you nice and thick. Facebook is fucking slacking today. So everyone that's watching on Facebook, way too quiet. So not doing comments on Facebook today. Not gonna post them because you guys are being lazy. Wake the fuck up. I'm not here for my health. I'm here for your health. So make sure you tune in. Unacceptable. I hate laziness on the weekends. You can smell it. You can sense it on the weekends. All of a sudden, activity on the internet is low because everyone's slacking, watching stupid fucking football or sports or some dumb shit. Hopefully you're working out. Hopefully you're not tuning in. If you're not tuning in, hopefully it's because you're working out. Because if you're off on the weekend, that is the best time to do it. I love it when people are, oh, it's the weekend and I have the kids and the family. Nope. Shut up. Shut up. You excuse maker. Do not ever. And no, I don't have kids, but I don't have to have kids to know that you need to stop using your kids and your family and obligations like that as an excuse. Don't use it as an excuse. Use it as inspiration. You're spending time with your family? Cool. Spend time with your family exercising. Go to the gym and then go to the park and then go and do whatever afterwards. No excuse not to get your training in. No excuses. No excuses. Don't use your family. Don't use obligations as a shield. That is one way to stop hesitation. That's one way to avoid inaction. It's very easy to make those excuses. An excuse is really just a reason. It's just a reason that you can validate. That's what an excuse is. It's a reason that you can logically validate in order to not do something that you know you should do. And here's the weird thing about excuses. Here's the weird thing about validating a reason. It's not what you want to accomplish. It's not in the same direction as where you want to go. You want to lose weight. You want to build muscle. You want to make progress. How do you think that wall is going to be built? It's going to be built by laying a fucking brick every day. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X, in the private Facebook group, I posted that video a few days ago. Lay bricks every day. If you are not laying a brick every day, now it doesn't always have to be a hardcore, intense, mind-blowing fucking workout. That's not always going to happen. Even if you go to the gym, right? Even if you go to the gym every day, let's say you went 7 days a week, not saying you should, but let's say you did, you're not going to have an amazing workout every time. Sometimes you're going to have an off day. But if you're laying those bricks and you're trying to improve some aspect of your life, you're trying to better something, you're trying to work on something, you're honing a skill. Maybe it's yoga, maybe it's foam rolling, maybe you're going to do some recovery, maybe you're going to focus more on recovery. So I'm not going to work out today, but I'm going to focus on recovery. I'm going to better myself. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted and think, oh, he just, I can't work out every single day. You're not supposed to work out every day. You got to take some days off. Meh. I don't think so. I don't think you have to take any days off. I don't think you have to lift weights every day. But that's what most people think of exercise. And they think, oh shit, intense workout every day. Workout every day. You have to go hard every day. No, that's not what working out is. I mean, that might be exercising. But if you want to train, training is programming. Programming is proper modulation. Training is proper loading and deloading, proper rest periods, proper recovery time, active recovery, the yoga, the meditation they always talk about. So make sure that you're training properly. You're not just going to the gym and fucking smashing shit. You're not just going to the gym. I lift things up and I put them down. That's stupid meathead mumbo jumbo. You can make gains every day without going to the gym. Remember, you're not making gains in the gym. You're breaking shit down. You need to build up. You need to recover. So if you're not recovering properly, you're not going to be gaining. So that's really important. It's really important to what are you doing when you're not lifting weights? I'm multitasking. It's deer season, so I'm processing deer while watching. No need to work out today yet, though. All right. Look, I am no stranger. I know you all have obligations and priorities and things that you love to do and things that you want to do. So your life is going to look different than mine. You have to make it yours. You have to customize. I'm just lighting a fire under your ass to make sure that that you're not cutting corners. If you want to process deer today, cool. It's deer season. Go do it. That's your shit, right? I'm not processing deer, but it doesn't mean that you can't be making sick gains and making progress in your life and still do that. You're going to have your own hobbies, and that's where the training comes in. That's where programming comes in. Think of your programming. Think of your programming. Think of your training. Think of your workout. I'm going to give you a really good concept for this weekend. This is really going to be fire, so make sure you tune in. And if you haven't hit the share button now because this is something that is going to be fire. You can always share the podcast too. If you pass the podcast around, much, much appreciated. What's up, Dale on YouTube? What up? So when we think of training, when we think of our programming, when we think of our fitness, a lot of times we think of our life and our responsibilities, okay, like in column 1, and then we think of our exercise and our routine and our training and going to the gym in column 2. And the reason why we make excuses oftentimes is because we have them in separate columns. We have them in separate boxes. We have, okay, I need to get my responsibilities done and then I can work out. That's the inherent problem, because it's very easy to make an excuse, because if column 1 isn't completed, well, I can't start column 2. I can't get my workout in because I didn't finish my responsibilities. I didn't finish shoveling snow or raking the lawn. I didn't finish taking out I didn't do these responsibilities. What if you take your programming? What if you take your fitness? What if you take your exercise and you put it all in the same column, the same box? Rather than have responsibilities and then fitness and exercise, what if you had your responsibilities, your fitness and exercise were responsibilities of yours, because you have a responsibility to your body, to your family, to your kids, to your friends, to be healthy, to take care of yourself so you can be better for other people around you. If you put it in the same column, you're not going to make excuses because you have to do those things. Those are your responsibilities. I think your fitness is a responsibility. I don't think it's something that comes second. I don't think it's something that comes after the fact. I think you need to do it first. You need to prioritize. It needs to be number one. Well, I like that too, Holly. I'm the opposite. Can't do anything without exercise done first. You can do that. It doesn't, I think that's important. I think you can do that too. I don't think you should be exercising only and not doing anything else that's important, because there are many things that could be important in your life. But honestly, what is really more important than taking care of your health? What is honestly more important? Eating the right foods, giving your body the right fuel, making sure mentally you're secure and stable. Think about what's going on in the world right now, in society. There is so much depression. There is so much inadequacy, self-esteem issues. Why do you think people are shooting up schools and work environments and all this violence? And it's usually based on mental health. People are not right in the fucking head. It comes down to our food. It comes down to the pharmaceutical drugs that are legal, right? These powerful drugs and antipsychotics, which should not be given to half the fucking people that they are given to, probably more like 95%. We have a huge problem, and it's usually from the neck up, but it's also from the neck down. What we eat becomes what we are. If we keep on poisoning our bodies, it's going to poison our mind. And our mind's not going to be able to function that well if it doesn't have the right fuel. It makes a big difference. We have a lot of issues that are mental issues that are related to physical issues. It's all one thing. It's all one thing. There are such strong correlations and causation with food and depression. I don't know how much you have gone into the content, but if you're eating the wrong foods, it can cause depression. It's very common. You can cure, fix, help, improve all these symptoms, things like fucking autism, depression, ADHD, all these things that are plaguing our country. They're plaguing our country because we're giving medications to solve these made up diseases in many cases. I'm not saying they're all made up, but you know what I mean? And come on, if someone's like, oh, I can't focus. Oh, here's a drug. Maybe you can't focus because you're pumping yourself full of sugar and you're not exercising. You don't need a drug for ADHD if you are exercising and eating healthier. Chances are you're not going to have any of those issues. But if you're pumping yourself full of sugar and then you're sitting in a cubicle, you're going to be going out of your fucking mind. So I'm not trying to belittle anything or anyone that has severe imbalances. And okay, everyone's different, right? But you know as well as I do that most of the things that people are getting medication for are solvable with food and proper health choices. You're meditating, you're eating healthy, you're exercising. How much less stress and how much more mental health are you going to have when you do those basic things? Hydration, sleep. These are all things. Think about what I'm listing. Everything I'm fucking listing are things that people don't pay attention to. How many people get great sleep? And I'm not talking about length of time. I'm talking about consistently, regular sleep, solid sleep. The quality of those hours are excellent. You're going to sleep at the same time every night. Bullshit. What, 1% of the population are getting quality sleep? I'm not talking about, oh, I get 8 hours. Are you tossing and turning? Are you waking up in the middle of the night? It's amazing how little sleep that we actually get. And that directly affects our mood and our wellness. Then we have hydration. Then we have food. Then we have exercise. Then we have mental stability with meditation and It's just so many things. All those things are so important, they're so fundamental. And when you think about it, shit, no one does that. That's why everyone's fucked up. That's why everyone's fucked up. That's why things are fucked up. That's why things are fucked up. And the longer you wait, the more these things are going to come out. And you need to lead people. You need to lead people by your actions. You need to lead people by what you do. All right. It's one thing to say, but then of course, if you say something and then you don't do it, you're a hypocrite because you're telling, hey, you should exercise. And then you're sitting there fat and out of shape. That's hypocrisy. And that's not cool either. So you need to lead by action. The only reason I'm talking about all these things is because I'm doing my best to work on them with myself. I'm not perfect. But I do practice these things. And I want everyone else to reap the benefits that I have received and more. If you can, a lot of you might even take it further than I have. So it's excellent. And I really hope that each and every one of you look into these different categories and you look into these different aspects of your life like I have, and you experience the benefits of working on them. Because if you're working on these things, you're going to see improvements in all areas. It's going to help with your physical appearance. It's going to help with how you feel as a person. Most of you work out. And of course, I work out. Now, I know you've experienced this. So drop in the comments if you have experienced this. Some days, and it doesn't have to do with anything like you had a bad meal or anything. Some days you look in the mirror or you kind of you move, you flex your muscles or whatever. Some days you feel leaner, you feel tighter, you feel more pumped, you feel like in better shape than others. I have that, so I'm sure you do too. And it's not related. I'm not saying, hey, you had pizza last night, so you feel like crap. I'm just saying rolling the dice on any given day, any different moment, some days you just feel better, right? You feel like you're in better shape. When in reality, you have no different body fat percentage. You have no different body weight. You didn't get weaker or stronger. You didn't build amazing muscle from Tuesday to Wednesday. You just feel in better shape. You just feel more physically apt on today than you did yesterday for whatever reason, right? There are thousands of variables, so you can't really place your finger on it. You just feel better or worse. Like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? How can you feel or look in the mirror and feel so much leaner and feel so much tighter and feel so positive and feel so outgoing and feel just so on point on one day when nothing really changed? Nothing that you really can put your finger on. Maybe you slept better, you didn't realize it. But it just goes to show that our perception, our mind is so powerful when we're not going to be different physically. We're not going to be different physically from one day to the next too much. However, our perception of that can be night and day. Night and day in terms of course, you have people that are up and down with their moods. And I find that I am very up and down with my moods. I don't know. Like, I'm sure if I went to a psychiatrist, a lot of you would probably be like, of course, Papa Swole, you're fucking insane. You have like 9 personalities. Yeah, I do. I'm Papa fucking Swolio. You think you're a gorilla. Of course you're fucking insane. But I'm sure if I go to, let's say I went to psychologist, I'm sure you can diagnose me with something. You can pretty much diagnose someone with anything. I'm sure I have ADHD. I try to do 1,000 things at once and I lose my fucking mind sometimes. Sometimes I'm hyper focused and then I go to the next thing. That's probably why I'm able to create so much content for so many social media platforms. It's because there's 30 things to do all the time. So I think with video games and esports and those types of things, ADHD and this fucking hyperactivity is just a benefit actually. And it gets masked in technology where, oh, this person's really efficient getting shit done. When in reality, it's just because the technology is matching how their brain works, right? Just an interesting thought. But I'm sure you can diagnose anyone with anything. You can put someone on a medication and it'll dull different things and it'll change the neurotransmitter balance, et cetera, et cetera. But it's that understanding that you're not perfect. It's the understanding that these things come from somewhere. Whether it's genetic, to what extent it's genetic, again, we're still figuring that out. It's fucking new. I don't understand how people can say they have so many answers when the science is new. It's not old. We haven't known this stuff for thousands of years. We're just getting into this genetic shit in the last 20, 30 years. just scratching the surface. Oh, we mapped the human genome. We know jack shit relative to what we will know in 20 years. There is so much coming down the line. There's so much coming down the line. Just be aware that many of these things that we're dealing with the change in technology, with the change in our environment, we have to come, as much as technology and things are going so fast, we have to pump the brakes and bring it back to the basics. We need to start with the basics. We need to look at our sleep. We are old creatures. We are hundreds of thousands of years old in our evolution. We have all this technology, but we're not matched up. We're not matched up with our evolution. We're not matched up with the technology in our evolution are completely mismatched. Okay? We need to focus on our sleep. We need to focus on our mental awareness. We are connected to everyone and everything. There is so much depression. There is so much low mood. There's so much just negativity because people can just go on their phone and leave a negative comment. You're an asshole. You're a douche. I had someone drop, I don't know who it was. It doesn't bother me. I don't let it bother me, but I'm using this as an example. I'll do tons and tons and tons of videos, and I look through the comments and I answer comments, and I just see some comments, what a douche. A douche for what? Like, you're throwing out a vile insult to another person that you would never say to my face. This fucking jabroni would never say this to my face. First, because I would flatten his skull. This guy doesn't even lift. Didn't even lift. No, but he says, what a douche. For what? No reasoning, nothing behind it, and that's a negative. So I could internalize that or just ignore it, which I did. I actually just brought it back up for this. But I see the comments. They don't impact me they don't change my entire outlook on life. But it's amazing how connected we are to other people, and all these different pictures and videos and things that other people are doing, we use them to compare our lives to them. And I find it's an active responsibility for you to practice focusing on your own shit. You'll see a lot of posts on Instagram. You'll see a lot of posts on Facebook about focusing on your own shit. Don't worry about other people. Focus on you. One of the problems is we are exposed to what everyone is doing. And when we're exposed to what other people are doing, by default, we compare what they're doing to us, to what we're doing. Nothing's so positive all the time. It's an illusion. The positivity you see on social media is a fucking illusion. People are stressed. People are not happy. People are struggling. But people usually don't post how they're struggling and their low mood and their feelings online. They usually wait until they feel good and they post a picture of them smiling on vacation or lifting weights and everything's positive. It's tough. It's tough to be in this world and always kind of feel like you're on display and compared to other people. It's very easy to fall into that game. You doing it to yourself, doing it to other people. You have to find the balance. You have to find the balance to look at these things through a different lens. I think social media is amazing. This is not trashing social media because it all comes down to how you use it. And like I said, if you go back to focusing on yourself and these basics that we were talking about, you're not going to let these things bother you. That's why meditation, your mental health is so important, because if you have that on lock and you have that, you're in control of it or more control of it, you're aware of it, all these other things aren't going to impact you as much. Those of you that follow me, rarely, I don't even use my personal Facebook account. I only use it because that's how I use it in my private Facebook group, Swole Enormous X Live, but I don't use it at all. I never post on my own personal Facebook page ever. I did years ago. I haven't posted ever. I don't use it. I follow maybe 10, 12, I don't know how many people on Instagram. That might whittle down because I don't want to see anything. I don't watch shit. I don't look at things. I don't do research on other fitness people, what they're doing. I really don't care what other people are doing in that sense. I don't care what other people are doing because I have too much shit going on. And if I worry about what other people are doing, or I look at what they're doing, that means I'm not working on my own shit. I don't need to know, oh, what's your competition? I don't fucking have competition. No one's doing shit the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to keep on doing shit the way I'm doing it. And the right people are going to come into my circle. The right people are going to come into the Swolenormous community. I'm not worried about finding people. I'm not worried about getting out there. I'll get out there, getting out there slowly but surely. I'm not comparing myself to any of these other fitness jabronis that are just spinning their wheels and not really doing it the right way. And we all know what I mean by that. They're not doing it the right way. They're pushers, right? Everyone, all the scam artists and people that are just trying to make a quick buck, people that aren't really speaking the truth the way things actually are, trying to create this false narrative. And a lot of people do that because it's very easy. It's very easy to promote a false narrative online because you don't have to back it up. You can just post things. You can make it look good with nice lighting and pictures and good graphics. Cool, right? Hey, this is cool. It's a viral video. This is awesome. This is awesome. You can say bullshit all the time and you don't have to back it up with any facts. You can just say things. You could just say things. You literally think about the world we live in. You can just say shit online and people believe you. I don't take that lightly. That's why I don't say shit. That's why I don't say bullshit. That's why I don't talk out my ass. If I don't know something, I tell you I don't know it because you can Google it in 3 seconds and find out whether or not it's correct. If I make a mistake, all right, I'll make a mistake, but I really don't talk in terms of, well, this study shows this and this study shows this. It's just vague crap. We don't have any answers yet. That's all you need to know. It's very easy to spin things when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to business, when it comes to having an answer. Yeah, and that's what business really is supposed to do, right? When you have a business, what are you supposed to do? You're solving a problem. That's what business does. That's what products do. They solve problems. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to solve someone's problem. If they have a problem losing weight, your product or service should be helping them do that, right? Whatever your customer is, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Holly, that's interesting because one of the first things business degrees tell you is to compare and know your direct and indirect competition. Well, business degrees are a crock of shit. College is a waste of fucking money and time. It's a waste. You can learn this stuff online. You just got to put effort into it. Most of the things you'll learn in school is a waste of fucking time. If you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, you got to go to school, but everything else, you don't need a degree for it. That's for damn sure. Here's the thing about comparing yourself to others from a business standpoint, from a personal standpoint. I don't think it's necessarily about, okay, compare and know your competition. I don't know. I'm trying to do something different. I don't have competition. With what I'm trying to do, I don't have competition. I don't. And that's not an ego or cocky thing. It's just what I am doing. I'm forging my own path. I think if you have the right goals in mind, you don't have competition. You do, but you don't. Yeah, there are a lot of trainers or a lot of people that do fitness stuff. But they're not me. They're not me. So is there another Papa Swolio? Like, is there a clone of me? Okay, then I don't have competition. Who am I trying to compete with? Nike, Adidas, Under Armour? I'm not trying to compete with that shit. I'm not trying to compete with some other internet jabroni. They don't have what I have because they're not me and I'm not them. And it's kind of like when you take a yoga class or you take a class with an instructor, some people you're going to mesh with and some people you won't. And it doesn't mean that yoga sucks, but you might take a yoga class and that yoga class might suck because you don't mesh with the instructor. Doesn't mean that yoga sucks. It just means that that's not the right instructor for you. So you got to find someone else. There's over the 7 billion something people in the world. There's enough for everyone. So if you're doing your own shit and you're doing it for the right reasons, there's plenty of people for you. There are plenty of people for you. I'm not trying to do better. I'm not trying to compare myself to anyone else in the fitness industry. I just want to make sure that I'm providing the best services and the best stuff for my people, for my members, for my community. And the community will grow and grow and grow. And it'll grow slow or fast, whatever it will. You know, there are a lot of hucksters, a lot of fakes. There are a lot of wannabes and make-believers out there, and those are going to fall off. Those are going to fall off. They always will. They always will. Anytime something is new, anytime technology, blah, blah, people are going to get tired of the same old shit. They're going to get tired of the BS. They're going to be proven wrong. A lot of people are planting flags in certain supplements and certain eating habits. They're going to fall off. They're going to fall off. Jabronis always fall off because they're smoke and mirrors. And when they're basing their shit on smoke and mirrors, eventually, poof, it disappears into thin air. They get exposed. And social media exposes people. You get such insight. You get to see people live. You get to hear how they talk. It's not just pictures. Interact. You get to see how they communicate. Are they responding? Are they engaging? Are they interacting? And a lot of people just don't do it. They don't do it right. And they're going to pay for it in the long run. Or they're going to lose out to someone like myself. So you can compare yourself if you want to, but compare yourself to you, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, and just keep on working at your craft, whatever you want to do. Whether it's your personal health, your personal fitness, just don't wait on it. Don't think you have to do it any way like anyone else does. Your fitness is going to be unique. Your training is going to be unique. Your nutrition is going to be unique, and it has to be unique to your lifestyle, to your schedule, and to your individual goals. And many people are comparing themselves to what other people are doing. And in turn, they are kind of mapping what they are doing based on what other people are doing. And that can be a huge mistake because they're not being authentic with themselves. They're trying to copy someone else, and that's not who they are. So it'll show in either the quality or the enthusiasm or the passion, especially when you start straying. And that's just kind of very similar to doing something you don't enjoy. It's not authentic. It's not coming from a good place. It's not coming from a real place. And you know, your work and your efforts and your results will show. Oh, Mike, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, my friend. I started growing a beard. Second day in, I'm coming for your beard gains. 2 days in, I remember my first beer. I remember my first beer or beard. I remember the first time I grew a beard. Second day, bro. You got a long way to go. I am sweating balls today. Holy shit. It's hot in Florida today. It's really hot. This air conditioning off deal is really it's coming. I can't wait for like another month or two where I can still turn off the AC and not like melt. It's a little bit extra hot today. It got hotter again today. Oof. Oh, why thank you, Holly. I go through your old stuff daily to catch up. Congrats on the progress. Little by little. Little by little. That's what I have to do. Whenever I feel like I'm not making progress or I'm not doing better or I'm not making as much progress as I think I should, which is usually every day. I never get as much done as I want to get done every day, and it bums me out and it stresses me out. And it really helps meditation. It really helps to refocus because I have a lot of things that I'm juggling. I have a lot of things that I'm working on. I have many, many sites that I post on. I have many, many things that I need to edit and upload and provide. And it's many, 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 many different things. And it's every day. And it's very hard sometimes to move forward or to know where the most important thing is, or, you know, where the most attention is, or where it's going to impact the most people, or what's going to be the best. So it's important to move quickly. It's important not to focus on the mundane, but it's important to just make that incremental progress. So wherever you are right now in your muscle growth journey, in your weight loss journey, in your fitness journey, in your life, just try to make those little incremental changes, make those little improvements every day, because over the long run, over the long term, you're going to see massive, massive changes. When you look back over the past year, 2 years, 3 years, when you start looking back in time, that's when you're going to see the biggest difference. Not like day to day. Day to day is, you know, it's a small window. You got to look at a larger scale. It is great that I meditate. It doesn't help as much as I wish it would, but it's better than nothing. No, it helps a lot. It helps a lot, but meditation is a practice. And it's like anything else. Some days it's better than others. Some days it really helps a lot. Some days, it feels like it almost misses sometimes or it's not enough. But it's important to always, it's more about learning how to think in that way. It's more about when you learn or practice meditation, it's not so much just in the moment. It's about carrying that feeling and that perspective throughout the day. So what's the best part about meditation is when you have a thought or a feeling later on in the day. Let's say you practice in the morning, later on in the day, you relate to that thought differently. You don't let it bother you in the same way you might have if you never practiced meditation. You understand, oh, I'm having this feeling. Oh, I'm having this emotion. Oh, I'm stressed out because I didn't get as much done today. Big surprise. I had the same feeling yesterday. And you go on with and I go on with my day, right? So when you realize, oh, I'm having this thought again because of this, you realize where the thoughts are coming from, what you're relating them to, what they mean. And when you realize how, and I realize, look, today, I'm trying to get as much stuff done, X, Y, and Z. There's always going to be more stuff tomorrow. It's always going to continue. There's always going to be the same stress. There's always going to be the same this. I'm always going to have this to do. I'm always going to have that to do. I'm always going to have. So why stress about it every day when it's going to be like that every day? You have to look at it differently. You can get more efficient. I can get better at, managing time and, getting assistance and having people work on certain things for me. That's in the future, but it's just a process of the journey, and realizing how you're relating to your own, how you're relating to your own thoughts. That's the key about meditation. You carry that throughout the day and then you realize, okay, I'm having these thoughts because, or that's what this thought means. And that's what this feeling means. And you don't let things impact you the same way. 2 to 3 minute meditation. Now, well, you should be doing at least 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 20, 2 to 3 minutes isn't really enough, but it helps like in the moment. I know what you mean. You can definitely meditate throughout the day. But there should be some dedicated time where you can actually address it. It's like your training. It's your training for your brain. Think about it that way. Yeah, it's very easy to get discouraged, but you don't want to let that get you every day. That's why that's where it helps you. That's where it helps. It's the mental game. I'm telling you, it's so strong because you're going to have those ups and downs. You're going to have those wins and losses all the time with fitness. You're going to have it. It's guaranteed. So you have to be able to manage that properly. Yeah. Awesome, fam. Good questions. Great input. Love it. Sounds like everyone's got those brain gains going pretty good. Nice. Let's see. Any new announcements? We are going to, let's see. Well, I'll be announcing this in the private Facebook group, Swolenormous X members. We have going to do a new masterclass workshop in the Facebook group this week. I'll be posting up about that. Some new workouts are online, so you can check the workout archive. I'm going to be posting a leg one today. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see. Make sure you check out, got a new video on YouTube, a new vlog on YouTube. We'll probably have some new stuff coming on Facebook and Instagram either later today, or tomorrow, most likely. But yeah, all good stuff. More of the same. Going to go get my arm workout on right now. And I don't think I have to warm up because I'm literally like dripping in sweat. So that's really exciting. It's so hot. However, if you're not, if you're struggling, if you're kind of like hitting that mental wall, that mental barrier, you're not alone. Everyone goes through it. I don't care how positive their Instagram is. I don't care how they make it look on their social media. Everyone's going through shit, but waiting to work on it, waiting to start, waiting. You'll never get going. You need that momentum. You need to build that momentum, and you need to be active in creating it. And just assuming that, oh, I could be grateful, just flip of a switch, or, oh, I can be happier, just flip of a switch. Even though that's true, you can change your whole mental outlook just by snapping your fingers. It's not that simple. It could be, but it's very unlikely that you're going to have that massive shift all of a sudden. So you have to constantly practice it, constantly be aware. And that awareness is very important, of being aware of your feelings while you're having those feelings, and using that logical portion of your existence, of your brain and your awareness, in order to set you straight, because there's a lot of fickle shit up in your head that's going to try to sabotage you, and you have to avoid it, and you have to make sure you're focusing on the right shit. So I'll leave you with that. A lot of introspection in this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate the feedback. Sounds like everyone's on point. Any questions, anything, you can drop it in the DM, message me, hit me up, and I will see everyone tomorrow for episode 898 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, and Sleazecast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGeese fam. Deuce, Magoose. Papa Swolio. Out.